Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do tech analysis, price predictions, and news updates on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. In this video, we're going to be talking about the overall market. Now, I know everybody that is seeing my face right now. It's been a while since you guys have seen me. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason. What I do here usually is I do try to provide quality information. I don't sell courses. I don't do any of that jazz. I have a Patreon if you guys are interested in it. I think I only have one Patreon. Thank you very much for that one Patreon. And I have a Discord for that Patreon, but I don't try to really sell my channel here. It is just really more of an informational base channel. Nothing here is financial advice. And if you guys like this content, please do be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button. Let's just go all back to the previous things that we used to talk about here on this channel, which was a lot more interesting. So looking over here at the entire market, things have been very grim, as we know, for the whole year. And I've taken a break here from YouTube these last few days, and not a whole lot has really changed, especially if we're going to look over at the overall market and look over at what's been going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price has not really moved much at all since the last time I talked about it. No surprise there. Same with Ethereum. We have Ethereum that is still floating around the price of $1,200. But it is making some moves to the upside, though. Hopefully, we'll be able to see the price of Ethereum get within this neutral zone, which we obviously do want to see Ethereum go within that neutral zone, and that would be great if we can even end up hitting this more bullish price prediction that we have here. That would be a much better recovery from where things were at within the whole FTX fallout, and that would be seeing the price of Ethereum go back to a price that is above $1,600. We've got a ways to go before we see something like that take place here, but really look over at what other things are affecting the market here, and one of those, of course, is the overall stock market and how things are going on there, as we have the S&P at this moment. We had it in the green, but as you can see, if we were to look at the technicals here and look at how things are playing out here within the S&P, of course, we started 2022 out perfectly. Everything looked just fine in 2022. We had the S&P at its all-time high right there at the beginning of the year, and then what happened after that? Well, things ended up nosediving, and we ended up erasing, and not just 2022 or 2021 gains, but we took it into 2020 prices as well. So there's been this massive sell-off, of course, that has happened. Now, as we look at things here with the S&P, the thing with technical analysis and doing Elliot wave theory, which is what we're doing right now, we cannot have the wave 4 go into any part of the wave 1. So looking at things right now, we have things very close. If we look at the length that the wave 1 had come down to and the amount that the wave 4 had come up to, very close to going within that range, but it's not. Or even if it is, it's just slightly. So it's enough to actually say a wave 1 and a wave 4 completion. And what we have going on right now is we see the price coming down here. We can more than likely be expecting the entire market to be coming down a bit more as far as stocks go and taking a bit more of a dip. So we would be extending, of course, this wave 5 down a little bit more, and hopefully the bleeding won't go too far deep, and we would see things hopefully come to some sort of bottom over in the market. But of course, we're talking about the S&P here. So if we do see the stock market come down a bit lower, then you would expect that you would be seeing the prices of crypto to come down a bit lower as well, unless if there's some sort of savior within crypto and the stock market here for Christmas. And of course, for stocks, it doesn't look like that is going to happen just yet. So we'll have to see how things do play out. But of course, it's been very grim over in the crypto market and the stock market. And hopefully we're going to be moving on into 2023 and be putting 2022 behind us with making gains and seeing a lot of retracement within the price. So now looking here at Bitcoin, if we're going to see this retracement within the price of Bitcoin to go back to the price it was during the whole FTX fallout, or just before the FTX fallout, I should say, where the price of Bitcoin was above $20,000 at that time, we're seeing Bitcoin even do some pretty nice things as it had broken out of this wedge pattern that it was in since its all-time high back in November of 2021, where the price of Bitcoin at that time was around $69,000, and it had come down within these 5 waves. And the wave 5 hopefully has completed at the most recent 52-week low that we had with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's price was at around $15,500. And now we've been seeing it move away from that and move away from this wedge pattern and create some distance here. So if this is going to be the start of a new wave one of a more bullish pattern, there could be a lot of potential here to start seeing some gains here with Bitcoin through 2023 into 2024. And of course, as we go into 2024, that's going to take us into the halving with Bitcoin, which we know after every halving with Bitcoin, there's eventually a rally that does follow. We see the price of Bitcoin go up to a pretty high amount, and then there is a crash that happens soon after, and then we find a new bottom with Bitcoin. We've seen that back in 2016, and we saw that back in 2020. And of course, we had just gotten done with the most recent rally that Bitcoin had for the 2020 halving, and now as we're approaching a new halving here in 2024, we're going to see some sort of balance at some point within Bitcoin, and these next 5 waves are going to be ones that are going to be very long and take a long time to actually see complete. So I think that as we start to see a lot of this retracement from Bitcoin's all-time highs, I expect that there's going to be a lot of time process to actually see such thing take place. And of course, we would expect that to possibly come sometime within, if not even 2024, but into 2025. So there's a longer future projection here within Bitcoin as we move forward. And this is just due to the fact that we had gotten those rallies after the halvings, which now we're kind of in the works of starting to see this recovery, which is going to take a lot of time. But as far as things here, since we are within possibly a wave one and moving out of this wedge pattern and moving into more of a bullish pattern that's going to, of course, be a long ways out until we really start to see things get more bullish. I think here in the short term, if we do at least see this recovery within the whole FTX fallout sometime within early 2022 to happen, that would be great. And then if we can continue to move forward with that, and possibly sometime as we kick off the second quarter of 2023, then I think that we could be seeing the price of Bitcoin hopefully go somewhere between where it was halfway within this wave 3, as it was coming down within this wave 3, where things were very, of course, bearish with Bitcoin during the whole Terra Luna fallout. If we look at that, I'm thinking that we could be seeing the price of Bitcoin going somewhere between the price of $30,000 to even as high as $36,000 as we move forward here. Of course, this could possibly take longer than the second quarter of 2023 to see complete, but cross our fingers that there is going to be some sort of recovery there as we move here within a first wave from a much more bullish pattern. That's the market here at this moment. I'm hoping that as we move forward over these next couple of years, I'm speaking in years, I am not trying to oversell Bitcoin or the crypto market, as I think that there's going to be a long road ahead of recovery. And I think that we're going to see some recovery here in the short term. But in the long term, to be able to see the full recovery from the all-time highs, you're going to have to wait a little while, in my personal opinion. So anyways, with that being said, as I get back into things here with this channel, a like does go a long ways if you did enjoy this video. And if you're not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I usually post multiple times a day. And we'll have to see how things go in 2023. Hopefully it's going to be a much better year. But I'm getting back in the group here and making some changes here on the channel. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.